EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? On 2nd down, a run with Breida. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Flush to his right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the handoff, this is Breida. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Allen now looks to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen. They'll set up a screen for Breida. Touchdown! Matt Breida with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Voyagers march right down the field on the opening drive to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. Steps away to his left. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up. Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center. And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw, it's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there. And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the aftershocks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a give to Breida. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Allen. And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So after the INT, it's Allen sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, it's Mack. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen, eluding the pressure right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The kick by Bass is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Second down at 4. Oh, now Moore going to get a chance to run. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Heavy set out there on 3rd-and-1. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They go play action with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this one is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Play action. It's Wilson rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A.J. Epinesa. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the 44, Allen. That'll be complete to Breida. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Oh, look at the juke. And down inside the 15 he goes.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the give, this is Mack. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, running left, Marlon Mack. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Breida, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Voyagers are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Rolling to his right. Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play action. Now Wilson steps away. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson flushed out right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. So this a two-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up, make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half, too many turnovers. Tighten things up, maybe get in their face a little bit, get in their grill, and then send them back out.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll drop that down to Carter underneath. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. Again, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Here's Breida. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen escaping the pressure right. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again here with Mack. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On play action, Allen. He'll buy some time right. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. After the interception, here's Wilson. On the move to his left. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. On 2nd down now, it's Carter. And they'll get him down here at the 23. On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 46. Now I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
On 1st down, Mack. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This is Breida. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll run it with Mack, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Marlon Mack, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Voyagers are able to stretch out their lead. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. They'll try to run it with Mack. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's complete to his running back, Carter.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, and incomplete on the deep ball.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Wilson. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now they'll throw with Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Allen's throw is complete. And some room to maneuver. And he's got this down to the 35.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Allen off the play fake. Flush to his right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run here with Mack. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Allen now on 3rd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown. Jared Cook. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Voyagers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will bump the lead up to 26.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Out to his left. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Now Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Bass on for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happening.
And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is